Good evening. This is Mrs. One, the Zodiac Relationship Coach and Motivator Speaker. I decided to do a speech on free your mind because we all need to free our mind. There's so many things that have our mind imprisoned, our thoughts imprisoned, that we can't move forward because we stuck. So let's work on freeing our mind. You know, they talk about Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. But when we talk about Black Lives Matter, when do it matter? When do it matter? When somebody in your family get killed? When do it matter? When a white person kill a black person? When do it matter? Because I feel like it matters every day, no matter how they got killed, who killed them, and when they got killed. Black lives matter every day, like everybody else's life matter. Free your mind, people. You know, I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I went to Hazeldale School, and we went to a camp called Hiram Camp, Hiram House Camp, and they had a night called Harriet Tubman Night. Now, I had heard about how Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, and I had heard what she had to go through to free them. So when they said it, instantly, I'm like, I don't think I want to participate in that. But everybody else was going, and my anxiety kicked in, so I didn't want to be by myself. So we did this. They had us hiding. We heard dogs. We heard all type of stuff. And I felt like I didn't want to relive that. So when we got back, I asked, could I use the phone? And I called my father. And I said, I want to come home because I didn't like the fact that we just did Harriet Tubman Night and I was scared. My anxiety had kicked in. And I didn't want to relive that. And I don't think that that's fair for them to do that to us. Because God didn't put us there. So therefore, that wasn't for us to bear. So he came and got me. You know, I say free your mind because we wasn't there, but we still is mentally enslaved. We don't have to be stuck. Yes, it happened. But I don't want to glorify it, and I don't want to relive it because it wasn't right. And I'm glad I wasn't there. I can go on and on to say what I would have done if I was there, but that's because I'm here. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. Free your mind, people. We mentally abuse ourselves. Like, for instance, in relationship. You tell yourself over and over again when you in a bad relationship, how you want to get out the relationship, how you want him or her to leave, how you don't want them to come over. But you let them come over. You don't leave. You got every excuse in the book why you don't want to leave. You miserable. You mentally stuck. Because you scared to move on with that slave mentality. You scared to move on. You scared to let this person go. If you ain't happy, let me tell you something. One thing for certain and two for sure. If I'm in a relationship and I feel that, and every time this person is on the way home or on the way over, and I feel a certain kind of way about it, oh, it's time for me to get about this, because I ain't even liking the fact that you coming, and I thought that was supposed to be a good feeling to get to see somebody. So if I get like that in my relationship, I feel that it is time to move on. You sleeping with the person you don't like. I had a guy tell me, I love my children's mother, but I don't like her. I love that she's a good mother to our children, but I don't like her. And I asked him, so why you keep going back? And he said, because she let me. I just looked at him and said, wow. That's something. Free your mind, people. Me and you go out and you got a woman at home and you don't like what she doing. Or what she doing is not interested anymore. So while you out, you decide to be with somebody else. But you still come back home to the person that you just cheated on and that you really don't want to be with no more. But just because you've been with her for so long, or just because you got children by her, you feel that you owe her the decency to stay. No, sir. What you owe her is to move forward because you ain't happy. We stick in relationships until it get to the point where the other person leave us, and now we looking stupid because we allowed the person that we didn't like from the beginning to leave us and move forward with somebody else that he or she is happy with now. Free your mind, people. I am not about to allow a depressed situation to hinder me. And I ain't going to give you the opportunity to leave me. I only gave one guy the opportunity to leave me. And that's because I had left him back when I started my marketing business. I knew that I didn't want to balance being in a relationship and being in a relationship with my children as a mother. So if I was going to travel, I only desired to have the responsibility of my children and not the responsibility of a relationship. Because all I needed, it's bad enough that I got to hear my children's voice and I'm not at home and they trying to stay strong, because we had the conversation before I left if they was okay with me leaving. But being in a relationship, I knew that I was going to have to hear who you messing with, who you sleeping with, who you that. Man, that is the least of your worry if I'm talking to you. So I deleted that. So 18 years later, he find me. I marry him because he asked me to marry him then. And I married him when he asked me again. But in the back of my mind, I knew that it wasn't going to work. I knew that he didn't never forgive me for leaving him because he didn't understand why. Because he didn't leave, or he just didn't feel like it was fair because it wasn't fair for him. So I knew that he never forgave me for that. So I gave him the opportunity to feel good about himself and leave me. Because I should have been gone. I would have been gone a long time ago. Because we compatible, but we wasn't compatible in a relationship. I knew it wasn't going to work when I married him. And that's my fault. But I gave him the opportunity to leave me. And I feel good about that. Because now that's out of his system. Now he don't have to worry about or think about how I left him before. Now he can say he left me. And I'm okay with that. People, free your mind. Be okay with reality. Be okay with reality. Face reality head on. If you know a situation is not working for you, do not waste any time sticking in the situation. Be for real about it. Don't sit there. Okay, let me give you an example. Females, you being in relationship, he done stayed out to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You done called him 10 times and you done left voice messages. You done text him and he never answers his phone. He comes home and you say, where you been? And he said, I was over so-and-so house doing. He give you whatever excuse he give you. You know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. You be mad for a minute. And then you forgive him. And he do it again. And again. And every time you get mad. And you forgive him. And you say what you gonna do. But you never do it. And then one day, he finds somebody that caught his interest. And you get mad because he stayed out. And he say to you, man, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Now he over her house. But you knew that somebody had his nose open. And you still accepted it. And this is why people mistreat people. And this is why people don't trust people. And this is why people are not loyal to people, because we are not loyal to ourselves. How do you expect somebody to respect you when you don't even respect yourself? How are you going to expect somebody to tell you the truth when you don't even tell the truth to yourself? You know you don't like him, or you know you don't like her, but you stick in it anyway. Come on, people, free your mind. Free your mind. You know, we sit and we tell ourselves that we can't do things. And we give ourselves 1,001 excuses of why we can't do it. But how you know you can't do it if you didn't at least attempt to do it? At least attempt to do it before you say that you can't do it. If that's something that you're interested in. Like, I'm not going to attempt to skydive. I don't see no interest in it. I don't see the purpose of it. I don't want the thrill of it. But I'm not going to tell you that I can't do it. I don't choose to do it. But you best believe if it was a matter of life and death and I had to skydive my ass across to get away from whatever getting ready to get me, I'm going to skydive and I'm going to forget all about that I'm scared of heights. Because my main focus is going to be on getting to the other side. Stop saying what you can't do unless you attempt to do it to say that you can't do it. In relationship, we give 1,001 excuses why we won't leave from a disappointing relationship. I'd rather do bad without you than bad with you. I'd rather cry about you while you gone than cry while you with me. Because if I'm crying while you gone, that means you dead. Because I don't cry about somebody that's alive that's not with me. Because one thing that my mother said that stuck with me, she said, don't be bothered with nobody that don't want to be bothered with you, and don't call nobody that do not want to talk to you. Period. So That let me know that if you don't want to talk to me, that means we don't have nothing to talk about. And that's fine. Why do we ask the question to our relation companion? Why you didn't call me yesterday? Do you really want to know why they didn't call you? Or is you asking what was they doing that they didn't call you? Because if someone do not call you, 9 times out of 10, it's because they don't want to talk to you at that particular time. If they're at work, you know why they didn't call you, because they're at work. But if they're not at work and they did not call you, they were preoccupied. So you don't have to ask that question. Don't get me wrong. I've asked the question before, and then I had got to the point in life where I start answering the question that I asked. So I don't ask that question no more. Because if somebody wanted to talk to you, they'll call you if they're capable of calling. So we got to stop asking those type of questions. Free your mind, people. Stress is a silent killer. Stress works on the weakest part of your body. So when you sitting around here worried about another individual and why they don't want to be bothered with you, and I'm going to tell you the one that really gets me is when I hear a female say, oh, he messing with that bum ass broad, or he messing with her, she all fat, or he messing with her, she this. And man, listen, what is you mad about? You mad because he messing with somebody else? Because she don't look better than you? Or because she don't dress better than you? Or because she got her car ain't as upgraded as yours? And you look at, so what was you to him? Somebody that was impressing him? Because it don't have nothing to do with the material aspect of why he with her, or the look aspect of why he with her. Because if he with her and he ain't with you, that means that it's something about her that got his attention that you lost. Same way with dudes. Free your mind. You want to go check a dude because he talking to your supposed to be woman. FYI, for your information, men, a man cannot date a woman unless she accepts it. Flat out. He didn't rape her. She going over there giving it up. So the person you got a conversation with is your woman. You need to figure out why she's over his house. And you really don't have to figure that out. Because if she's over his house, that means that she don't really want to be with you. It's something you're not doing that got her to go over to his house. You did something to lure her over there. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, a woman emotionally have sex. Y'all can go have sex and don't be emotionally tied to it. But we wear our emotions on our sleeves. So if he having sex with your woman like him. And that means you have done something to send her his way. Whether you want to look at it or not, you want to point the finger. What she stopped doing, you are the moon. Well, she's the moon, you are the sun. She reflects off of you. Our problem is that we give you things that you should not have because you didn't earn them. We just give y'all shit. We let y'all come over. We let you drive our car. All type of stuff we do. And I'm not saying y'all don't do things either, because there's some dogmatic females out here too that gives none. But if you sit around and let her do you that way, free your mind. You know you're not happy. So why keep dealing with it? When a family member get killed, and I'm going to touch real deep on it one day, because somebody very dear to me was taken from me. But I will say this. All of us have lost someone and some people. At the end of the day, death is death. I know people get emotionally tied to how the person died or how old the person was when they died. Death is death. There is no age limit to death. And there's no, we can't predict how a person's going to leave. And it hurts us the same. Some of us come through it. Some of us get stuck. They close the book. Free your mind, people. You are your own worst enemy. It starts with you. People will treat you with respect if you treat yourself with respect. People will listen to you when you listen to yourself. Lead by example. Because if you telling me not to drink and every time I see you, you drunk. If I like to drink, why would I listen to you? Because 9 times out of 10, you getting drunk with me. If I'm smoking cigarettes and you smoking cigarettes and we're smoking them together, you can't tell me to stop smoking cigarettes. You stop smoking cigarettes because we're smoking them together. I always hear people say, do as I say, not what I do. I never understood it. Because if you're doing it, people mimic what they see. So free your mind, people. And don't be scared of the truth. Don't be scared of reality. Don't be scared of the outcome. I've never seen so many people scared of happiness. But as I grew older, I saw a lot of people that were scared of happiness because they stayed around an unhappy situation. And they blocked their own passage and their own blessings. I've been in situations where I knew that it wasn't a good situation. And it didn't take me long to get up out of it either. Because I'm that one that's going to move forward. That's why I'm a motivational speaker. Because I'm going to motivate people to see things for what they really are or what they really is. And I'm going to lead by example. Trust me, I would not be chatting to you and sleeping with the enemy. I freed my mind. I watch things. I observe people. And I'm not perfect. Because I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. I tell everybody, hey, I got a little temper. And I'm not angry. So when they ask me to go to anger management, I'm like, I'm not angry. I just got a temper. And it go up real quick. Just like when you put some fire to something, it get hot. That's my trigger. But I'm not angry. People say, why you look like that? You look like you mad. Maybe because I'm thinking of something that made me mad. But I'm not angry about it. But my face, my contortions show what I think. It don't show what I feel. Sometimes it do. But majority of the time, it's showing what I'm thinking. Free your mind, people. Don't let you block you. Don't let you stop your happiness, because we blame other people for that. We always say, man, wasting my time with this person. I could have been doing so and so and so and so. Who wasted it though? Who allowing it to get wasted? You are. If you see it's not working, walk away. And spend that time that you're getting ready to waste on something more happier. So, free your mind, people. This is Mrs. Wanda, Zodiac Relationship Coach and Motivational Speaker. I hope everyone have a blessed evening, relaxed evening, and free your mind. Peace.